Hey YouTube, this is the one on Cash and Massey. Please forgive me because my nose is a little stopped up. I'm a little hot, so I got the fan on, and for some reason it's stopping my nose up. So I'll probably be sniffling throughout the video, and I'm also eating some snacks in the mix of trying to do this video. But this is a serious topic. Number one, number two, I'm not doing this video trying to bash any of the individuals mentioned in this video. This is just my honest opinion about the situation because it is pretty much one of the trending topics on YouTube, and everybody doing videos about the situation and giving their opinions. Once again, I am not trying to just bash and be disrespectful towards any of the individuals. This is just my honest opinion from what I've seen and what I witnessed by watching their content and many other things. Now, I'm pretty sure that I have done videos speaking on CJSOCOOL and royalty in the past. I've mentioned that in the beginning I was a fan of Jinx, who is CJSOCOOL's brother. That's how I found out who everybody was, because I was watching Jinx at first and watching his content, subscribed to him, was watching his videos. Then eventually, somewhere in that timeline, I found out about CJSOCOOL, and one of the first videos I seen, other than him and Jinx doing videos together, was when he introduced Royalty and the kids on the channel, and they just started doing content together. Because all I knew of CJSOCOOL is that he was pretty much following his brother's footsteps, doing reactions to other content, and then eventually I think he was doing like reviews for like outfits and stuff that he would get or whatever the case may be. I became a CJSOCOOL fan eventually around the time that he started doing content with Royalty and the children. I felt like, although majority of the time he was focused more on himself and tried to build a brand with his name. He also was doing family friendly content. Sometimes it'd be him and Royalty. Sometimes he'd invite family members and friends, whatever the case may be. And then sometimes he'd invite the kids to do kid friendly content, pranks and whatever. In the beginning, I've said this multiple times that I feel like it might be a dangerous situation because me personally, I felt like, and not even with him, with many YouTubers that I watch, I felt like that they take these pranks too far because it seemed like when he do a prank uh, on Royalty or a prank on the kids, everything is supposed to be fun and kumbaya. But when Royalty do pranks on him, he feel like she's taking it too far. And I feel like he could be a bit aggressive, especially if it's a prank relating to her hiding some of his personal belongings that he might think is really expensive, or her doing cheating pranks on him. I just feel like he was a bit controlling, and he'd just say some things that would have people questioning how he treat her and the kids. And I looked at it like he might be a bit abusive. Now, I haven't seen him actually hit her or anything like that, but just it would just give me bad vibes. And then it got to a point where she actually did a prank on him and her mother, who is also in most of the videos, where it was an abuse prank where she put makeup on her eye, claiming that he hit her. But it was a prank. He was playing the video game. The mom snapped out on him, and they eventually let it be known that it was a prank or whatever the case may be. I was, like I said, I was a CJSOCOOL fan. I was a fan of him. I was a fan of the family, and I was a fan of anybody associated with CJSOCOOL. They used to do giveaways. They did tours. They built their platform up. They was living in mansions and everything was so perfect. But of course, when you're a social media person, a YouTuber, whatever the case may be, everybody's up in your business, and everything is brought to the internet to the point where cheating allegations started. Then the drama between Royalty and his baby mama Nike, and the fact that first it was Nike and him beefing about his daughter Kamari, and Nike feeling like that he pays more attention to Royalty kids, which is just his stepkids. Like, it was just a lot. I'm pretty sure all y'all could go down the timeline if y'all watch their content like I did. I'm not about to get all into it. It's been a lot of drama. It's been a lot of back and forth arguing on different platforms as well as YouTube. A lot of people is giving their reactions about the drama. But me personally, after all that shit, I feel like this situation is taken so far to the point where now it's sexual assault allegations, and this is a serious topic. So, from my understanding, it started off with some beef between CJSOCOOL and CJOn32s, which somehow got other people involved. D-Lo name was mentioned. I believe, what's the name? Bandman Kivo or something like that. He eventually did a video speaking on CJSOCOOL. Like, a lot of people are just doing these videos, get reactions, and it's a whole bunch of drama going on. Then I'm looking on YouTube and I see that CJOn32s exposed CJSOCOOL, claiming that he was given messages, which was supposed to be a private situation where Royalty's mother sent him messages regarding the situation that happened back at SoCool Land between Jalea, who is Royalty's teen daughter, and CJSOCOOL, claiming that Jalea let it be known that some sexual altercation may have went down. Messages was going back and forth. They were throwing shots at each other on Instagram and whatever the case may be. Royalty just recently did a video of her thoughts and her reaction to it. Like, it's just still a lot of shit going down. I believe Jalea somewhat spoke about it on Instagram. I haven't seen everything, but I just feel like when it comes to adults, y'all got your own drama going on. Y'all leave it up to y'all. With all these other people being added to the situation and everybody giving their opinions, it's pretty much doing too much, because it's like, and then it's like now all these allegations is taking place, and it's like, what the fuck is people doing? Hiding all the secrets and waiting for some crazy shit to happen, and now all of a sudden y'all want to what's to, like, I feel like now 2004 is where all the secrets will be revealed. And I'm just looking at like, why the fuck wasn't certain shit spoke on around the time it happened? Especially with this allegation where they claim that when Jalea was 10, I'm guessing this situation between her and CJSOCOOL happened. But she was too scared to. She was too scared to say anything, because he made threats that if she said anything to anybody or brought it to the light, he made threats that he will harm her and the family and stuff like that. They were still around this man doing giveaways, moving from house to house, doing content with him. Him and Royalty, they didn't have they breakups. Then it's him and Nike, and him and Lexi, and him and this girl and that girl and all this other stuff. So with all these situations, I feel like, why wasn't nothing brought to the light then, when y'all was beefing and doing all this fighting and all this shit, and now all of a sudden these allegations just out of nowhere pop up now? fuck the fighting and all of that, but like this is a serious topic involving a child where they claim that it was supposed to be off the internet and private, and now it's like all this shit going on. Now it's like, all right, now we gonna throw this out. We had already talked about the cheating. We already talked about the fights we had, and everybody seen us fighting, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. Now a child is involved, and we gonna blackmail you and air this out. And I'm not saying that this is royalty doing trying to blackmail CJSOCOOL, whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, from my understanding, she haven't said nothing about it online. I don't think Jalea said anything about it online, but from what I've seen, at first CJ on 32s brought it up. Then I look on Instagram and shit, and I see a few stories where Jalea is responding, and then eventually Royalty done the video giving her reaction to the situation. Royalty's mom is on Instagram. CJ mom is all over. Like everybody, like it's a whole bunch of people just being added to this mix, and it's really crazy. So I have no idea how far this is going to go, what's going to take place, who's going to get locked up. If there'll be a video where Jalea pretty much explains everything that happened. I don't know, like this pretty much is crazy. It really is. And the sad thing about it is, like I said, I've been watching these people, watching their content for the longest. I don't watch every video. It's probably a lot of videos I missed out on, but I've been trying to stay on top of being a fan and watching their videos up until it got to the point where certain shit happened. And with some people, I just stop fucking with their content. I go on to the next person. But I'll start off with CJSOCOOL. So when it comes to CJSOCOOL, like I said, I was a fan. He followed me on Twitter. We might have slight quick conversations on Instagram, whatever the case may be. And I used to try to participate in some of his giveaways and shit like that. And I was very supportive, even with all the crazy shit that was going on. I was trying to be still try to be supportive of everyone. But it just got to the point where I mean, my honest opinion was I feel like that he does a lot of shit trolling, and when shit get too spicy or get too hot, there are times where I feel like he plays the victim and act like he ain't have nothing to do with anything, and everybody's hating on him. Everyone trying to take him down, and he now at the point where he can't trust anybody. He ain't got no friends, and blase, 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 blah. I have seen a lot of videos being a fan of his content where I question a lot of things that happen, things involving him and royalty, him and things involving him and the kids where he done pranks that went too far, had them around firecrackers, laxative pranks. Then they on TikTok and people is noticing that, like, y'all know fans are fucking nosy. So it's a lot of videos on TikTok where they saying that he was dressed inappropriately around the children, and they noticed that he had a hard on in some videos that he did with Jalea dancing on like it's like y'all really gotta pay attention. It's it's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, I really like the content because they had some beautiful mansions. They had beautiful houses. They did a lot of great content together. They did tours and shit. But I feel like there was a lot of things that I witnessed that I personally feel like shouldn't have been brought on the internet when they was together and when they was apart. Then it just got to the point where there was a lot of cheating involved, and then the final straw when they broke up for good. It just got to the point where everybody was pretty much hating on royalty, talking shit about her. even going on her live streams and in her videos and on her platforms talking shit. But at the end of the day, he's cheating on her. He's involving other girls, and it's like he's with Nike. He's with this chick, that chick, and doing him. And then eventually, when royalty is back in the picture, now it's fuck them. But then every time royalty leave, now he bringing them back. So it's just a lot of flip flop bullshit going on. And it's not saying that he's just a complete monster or a bad person, because he's done a lot of good and probably still doing a lot of good things. I just feel like there are times where he don't make the right choices, and it's really costing him his fans, and people just getting to the point where they don't want to fuck with him no more. It's a lot more I wanted to say, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts as I'm speaking. When it comes to CJ on 32s, I knew him as being CJSOCOOL's friend. And that is how I started watching some of his content. And I know that they be around cars and jewelry and fashion and things like that. So I watch his content from time to time and watch when he done content with CJSOCOOL and whoever else. So to be honest, I don't know how they beef even started. From my understanding, there was a lot going on and between Royalty and CJ. Then it got to the point where CJ on 32s was at an event that Royalty was at, and CJ somehow found out about it. He wasn't agreeing to that situation, and then some shit happened between those two. People was accusing Royalty and CJ on 32s of being with each other, and I don't know, it was just a lot. I don't know if they made up or whatnot, but if they did, I guess they ain't make up no more. It's a lot of shit going on. One minute everybody's come by y'all and acting like they co-parenting and they friends and all this other shit. Then the next is a whole bunch of drama and beef. I also feel like that CJ, one minute he is fuck Royalty, he talk about her, he talk about the kids, he talk about her mom, he talk about her family. Then the next minute is like he trying to do content with her, or he trying to contact the kids to do content with her and all this other crazy shit. Then they got the custody battle where all this shit is going down, but he won in court, so he gets to see his kids whenever he won. And then they talk about during the pickups, it's arguments and fights and guns being pulled out, and he feeling like that. She trying to get people to jump him, or she feeling like that he's involving people, or he's pulling guns out on her. Her family trying to harm her, and then she got a new friend, Rico, I think his name is. And then him and CJ beefing, like, it's a lie. Then CJ doing diss records against her. Then they claiming that CJ trying to be like him because at one point he dyed the tips of his hair red, like Rico. It's a lot. Like, I wish I had people in the comments section to give me y'all thoughts, because this is a crazy topic. It's still trending. They still talking about it. I don't want to share like different posts and videos because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Like, I'll probably speak more on this story, but I'm just trying to get out what I'm remembering and trying to get all my thoughts together. I just feel like it's a lot of people involved, and I'm just hoping people make the right decision. And hopefully Jalea gets justice and something happened, because like I said, this is scary. It's a serious situation. Kids is being involved. And man, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I thought I had all my thoughts scared. I'm gonna probably come back and I'm gonna try to watch some more videos to see what's going on, and I'm gonna give y'all a part two.